It's a timeless story with a timely twist. Sure, it's got a castle and even a prince, but there's a princess with something to say. That's why we made it a play.
Walk faster. Don't drag your feet on the floor.
You said we were done.
I lied. There's one more. How can one dress like a feral cat? Don't you ever leave the house dressed like that.
Why is there food here?
Sir, please do not touch.
If you read the signs, you'd know that much.
Don't touch is a rule, not a suggestion.
Can anybody answer my question?
Sir, if there's an answer that you lack, why don't you try simply reading the plaque?
To test a princess is simple, you see. Beneath her mattress hide a single pea. She'll feel it at once and not rest at all. Only a princess knows something so small.
A royalty test. Ha! This rule is fake.
The test and P are real, make no mistake.
Don't believe his story, he's just a guard.
Can you be receptive? It's not that hard.
Fine. Tell us your story about this pea.
All right, take a seat and listen to me. Once upon a rhyme, a prince made a friend in a story where different voices blend. Pay attention, things are not what they seem. True royals are those who have self-esteem. Another day in the prince's castle. The life of a jester is a hassle.
No one ever listens.
What did you say?
Guess I'll talk to myself the whole day.
But take a look at all the friends you've made.
Would you be my friend if you were not paid? See, I need a friend who likes me for me. That is what friends are for. Don't you agree?
Most villagers don't know how to behave.
Oh, we need to find someone caring and brave.
How can we possibly find you a friend? Should we search the whole town from end to end?
That is a brilliant idea. Let's go.
You want to travel the whole town?
Yes.
No, there are far too many homes to visit. The whole town, that's impossible.
Is it? I say we start walking. Put on your shoes.
And how do you suggest we spread the news?
We'll swim each moat and knock on every door.
Your Highness.
That is what friends are for. Grab pens.
We can't write each one a letter.
Do you have an idea that's better?
I was about to take my daily nap.
You can sleep later.
But we need a map. Oh.
Open invitations to our palace? But how can he do something so callous as to welcome to our home a stranger? Just think of the potential for danger. Our town hasn't been safe since the king died, which is why we must always stay inside. There's simply no room for visitors here. Anyone who enters must disappear. Oh. We never should have let our guard down. Our home is the only safe place in town. I'll never talk to a stranger again. Fool me once, but this is now. That was then. And the thought of losing my only son to some fake princess he thinks is the one, this whole operation must be stopped now. I'll make sure they all leave worried. But how? All I need is a sign that says, beware. What if one still enters without a care? The royal rule book, of course, filled with tests impossible for any of our guests. Let's find out if these princesses can pass a challenge worthy of the royal class.
Your Highness, we visited every home. There is simply no castle left to roam.
You still have one invite left in your hand.
There. The news is out to awe on the land. Can we go back to your humble abode?
You can use this map to find the road.
How strange. I swore I heard two voices here. I really hope they did not disappear. I would love to have someone to talk to. All I have is open land to walk through. What could this be? A letter on the ground? No, it's an invitation I have found. Any princess who's looking to be matched, come to the castle. Directions attached? This prince is looking for a friend like me. I'll talk to a prince instead of a tree. With swift feet, I should get there in a snap. All I have to do is follow the map.
Just in time. I heard your invitation. It didn't take much investigation. You both shared your plans right here on my floor. Could you at least have made it out the door before announcing your secretive plot?
Well, since you heard it, obviously not.
And where have you two been? Look at your clothes. What's done is done. Now what do you propose we do about the guests arriving soon?
They're not coming until late afternoon.
I will make it clear that only the best are welcome here, so they need to pass a test if they want to stay for more than a day.
But why a test?
Don't question me.
Okay.
If your princess is truly meant to be, she'll pass even the hardest tests for me.
Ah, that must be your first princess at the gate. People in this town sure don't like to wait.
Why bother? None of the girls stand a chance. What? They need to have an elegant stance of royalty.
My princess will be here. I'll wait for her to magically appear.
Ah! Hide under the table! Here comes a storm!
It's a genuine princess in pure form.
Sorry, I tried knocking, but it's pouring outside.
Your anchor sure wasn't boring.
Is the prince still looking for his soulmate?
Well, princess, you have arrived.
Far too late.
But she's the first one.
Don't question me. Our search is over. Thank you. And good night. Didn't she see the sign that said beware?
I saw it, but I don't easily scare. And with all the rain, the sign got off track. Don't worry, I made sure to bring it back.
Don't you see? She's the one. Caring and brave.
I'll say goodbye again, but with a wave.
Oh, Mother, you haven't given her a test.
My dear son, why waste our time and invest in someone who is not of royal blood?
Looks like that storm is becoming a flood.
Whoa! We can't ask her to walk in that rain.
Why, the weather to me is rather plain.
Would you like to stay? Until the rain dies?
I'd like that. I can show you my surprise.
A surprise.
I call it my tiny spear.
Are there no manners to be had in here?
Your Highness, I didn't mean to offend. Promise the slash was only pretend.
It's not too late to send her out to soak.
I wonder if your guest can tell a joke.
Why were the trees mean to the old lady?
I don't know. Why?
Because they were shady.
I heard that before.
Do another one.
Wouldn't you rather do something more fun?
What do bees use to brush their hair at home?
Bees don't even have hair.
A honeycomb.
Let me give it a try.
Oh, it's not easy to tell a good joke that isn't cheesy.
What's the difference between your feet and nose? Nothing. They both smell.
Although one has toes.
I never knew a prince could make me laugh.
Let's stop the search. I found my better half. She said I can make her laugh. Don't you see? She's a real princess who likes me for me. What more can I ask for?
The bar is low, Your Highness.
Can't talk now. I've got to go.
I was his friend until she came along. If she makes him laugh, where do I belong?
We must make sure she does not stay.
What's your plan? I'll do whatever you say.
How about you give her a special quest?
We can give her an impossible test.
It's time you read the rule book word for word. Find the hardest test you've ever heard. If I might have a quick word with my son.
Of course, Your Highness.
I'll be back. Don't run.
I see why you enjoy her playful gags. But how can you look at her tattered rags? She comes from a land of spiders and snakes. Might she prefer the swamps over our lakes?
Mother, you don't know that.
You just met her.
Already, it seems I can't forget her. She is everything a friend should be. There's no reason she can't be friends with me.
Your words have truly touched my heart, you know. But she's not a princess, so she must go.
I see my welcome has been overstayed. I'm sorry for all the trouble I made. Don't worry. In no time, I'll be back home.
Nonsense. My castle is for you to roam. Besides, the rain hasn't stopped pouring yet.
Well, if you're sure it's no trouble.
Forget what the queen said. We're happy that you're here. I was worried that the map was unclear.
What's the help when you need a hand?
Why is she upset?
I'll never understand.
Working hard or hardly working, my fool?
I can say that I've looked through every rule, which was a lot harder than I had planned. But I now know this book inside out.
And?
I've found the most useless rule of them all.
Only a princess knows something so small. Excellent work.
I'd say it was my best.
There's no way that princess will pass this test.
Mother, you've been pretty rude to our guest.
Don't mind me, I've been preparing a test. We need to see if the princess is real. Under this mattress, a pea she should feel. Unless she's a peasant, then she'll sleep sound.
So if she cannot sleep, then she'll be crowned?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Are you afraid that she might be a threat?
And just what threat could she possibly pose?
Since she's a princess, she could wear your clothes.
If she feels this, I'll give her my own crown.
I think you would make a pretty good clown.
Not so fast. Finish the test she must pass. Hide the pea. Then we'll know her true class.
I have never heard of this test before.
Look inside the rule book, page 54.
To test a princess is simple, you see. Beneath her mattress hide a single pea. She'll feel it at once and not rest at all. Only a princess knows something so small.
Now, do you believe the challenge is true, or should I read the rule again for you?
If she feels it, will you leave her alone?
As long as she feels it all on her own. We will have our answer in the morning. Don't say I didn't give you a warning.
What? Huh. How is anyone gonna pass that test? It's absurd.
You're right. Let's go get some rest.
We can't sleep now. We've got a problem here.
What do you suggest we do? Interfere?
That's it. You're a genius.
Well, I'm a jester.
Mother has set up a plan to test her, to see if she feels a pea.
On her own.
But what if the pea is not there alone?
You mean we would put something else under the mattress?
Yes.
I can't help but wonder what your mother will say if we get caught.
Are you a coward?
No.
That's what I thought. Let's make sure that she doesn't sleep a wink.
I'll find something.
Take a minute to think. Make sure it isn't soft, like a sock.
Right.
We need something solid as...
Ah! A rock?
There's no way the princess will get her rest with this in her bed.
Then she'll pass the test.
Yes.
And you'll have a new friend.
You all right?
Just making sure the rock wasn't too light.
Don't get too comfortable. Just rest your head. Tomorrow you'll be back in your own bed.
Looks like the storm's clearing up. Maybe I should just go home.
You'll sleep like a baby tonight and head home tomorrow, certain that you failed.
Failed?
Should I close the curtain?
I'm sorry, did I hear what you just said?
We can keep the curtain open instead.
Mother, you're here.
What are you two hiding?
Nothing. The truth is...
We were deciding which lullaby
would sing our guest to sleep. Do you know Mary had a little...
sheep?
Lamb.
Right. That one's not in our repertoire. How about we try something less bizarre?
Yes.
Why don't you tell a simple fable?
I don't know one.
I'm sure you'll be able to make one up that's solid as a stone.
Will you help?
No! You should do it alone. Get everyone's attention as you talk. While you share your story, I'll hide the rock.
Ladies! And ladies, let me tell you all about a princess who went to the ball. She was a woman who was very shy, but buried deep inside, she would ask, why not look deeper into the subtle side so it was not obvious? She would hide confidence within herself. She put back her faith in herself before she would stack all the confidence she needed to be
The princess that her friend surely could see. Thank you, and good night.
How did it all end? What happened to the princess and her friend?
We'll have to finish that another time. Speaking of time, did I just hear a chime?
You heard a noise?
I didn't hear a thing.
Everybody, quietly. Listen. There's the chime, and that is our cue to go.
We hope that you have a good night's sleep.
No! Only sleep if you are feeling tired, because a good night's sleep is not required. Oh.
I did drop him once when he was quite small. Are you ready to rest now, after all?
Yes, I think I'll fall asleep right away.
Good. That's what I was hoping you would say.
I can't stay up the whole night counting sheep. There's gotta be a way to get some sleep. If only this bed didn't feel so rough. Oh, that's it. I've officially had enough. I'm convinced there's a creature under here. All right, creature. Come on out, if you dare. Come on, beast, you can run, but you can't hide! Oh, so you want to stay on the inside. Let's go ahead and open up this lock so we can see what's hiding here. A rock? Why would anyone keep this in a bed? Couldn't they find something softer instead? Let's just set this to the side before dawn. And try and get some rest now.
You're up early.
The wait is killing me.
Really, this whole morning is thrilling me.
Why?
We will finally have our answer. That girl slept all night.
What if, by chance, her dreams were interrupted?
Buy an item?
Such a joker he is. I could fight him.
Please don't.
The only item she could find would be that little pea we left behind.
So if she didn't sleep, we blame the bee.
Yes, absolutely. What else could it be?
Look who made it. Was everything all right?
Well,
Yes?
I didn't sleep at all last night.
Looks like she passed the test, Mother. What now?
It can't be. You must have cheated somehow.
What is this test you all are talking about?
Nothing.
Do you need me to spell it out?
Yes, please.
We placed the pea under the bed. The feeling is one a princess would dread because she can sense something that little, knowing it will make all her bones brittle.
Can I ask, if you were testing the pea, why was this rock in my bed?
I agree. I knew you would find a way to cheat.
What does this all mean?
Princess, take a seat.
You've got a lot of explaining to do.
We knew for sure that the test would fall through. I mean, who could feel a pea in their bed? So that's why we put a rock there instead.
I can't believe you cheated with a rock.
I know it looks bad, but please let me talk.
There's nothing you can say. This says it all.
You better get going. No need to stall.
No one in the whole world could pass that test.
She has overstayed her welcome as a guest.
And now you have made your doubt in me known. You didn't think I could pass on my own?
This situation is not what I planned.
Don't worry. I'll go back to my own land.
I thought she was never going to leave. There's a limit to the tricks up my sleeve. But luckily, that girl could take a hint and now she could go back home in a sprint.
Do you really believe she left for good?
Of course she did, sweetheart. Just as she should.
I thought it would make her happy, you know?
She just doesn't belong in our chateau.
What have I done? She'll never trust me now.
Maybe you can change your point of view.
How? She won't talk to me.
Oh, well, that's her loss.
That poor boy. He's like pasta with no sauce. He's absolutely pathetic and dry. Maybe we should give that princess a try. You want your son to be happy, don't you? So you'll let him chase after her, won't you? Oh, think about what the king would have wanted. You can't live your whole life feeling haunted by an accident that happened one night. It's time to trust again. You know what's right.
Son, come here. Quick, before I change my mind. I guess what they say is true. Love is blind, because I don't know what you see in that girl.
Mother.
It's your life, so give it a whirl. And let your heart lead you through this story as you embark to find your own glory. This whole time I was afraid to lose you.
Really?
Yes.
You know I'll always choose you.
Hurry and go tell her you were wrong.
But Mother, didn't you test her?
So long.
Well, I better start heading into town.
Wait, son. You forgot one thing.
What?
My crown. If she's going to capture your heart, then you can at least help her dress the part.
Doesn't all this joy make you feel dizzy?
Go find a way to keep yourself busy.
What have I gotten myself into now? If only I could turn around somehow. Ah!
If you're here to say sorry, it's too late.
I can see you're busy, so I'll be straight with you. I am here to apologize.
Sure, there's a test here too.
No surprise this time. I came here to say I was wrong. I should have believed in you all along because you are the most amazing girl I've ever met.
Really?
You think I'd twirl through this scary forest risking my life for no reason?
I'm glad I kept my knife, otherwise you'd be stuck with all these trees.
So does that mean you can forgive me? Please?
It's not that simple.
You sure about that? The queen changed her mind in 10 seconds flat. I didn't even have to break a sweat.
Testing me isn't easy to forget. You thought I wasn't royal in these clothes, but not every flower looks like a rose. Why couldn't you believe I was regal?
That whole royal rule book was so legal. I didn't know what to do. Now, I see those dumb tests don't mean anything to me. They'll never make me laugh like you can, so it's time I came up with the new plan. My test says you're the only one I need. So if you want me to beg, I will plead. I'm on my knees with my heart beating hard.
Can you stop talking like a greeting card?
What did the abacus say to the hand?
You can count on me. That joke is now banned.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious. It's been done too many times.
I'll let go of that one as long as you let me make a new friend. So, can we start over?
Sure. Let's pretend that we're meeting for the first time today. Without thinking, tell me what you would say.
I'd say, I think this was all meant to be.
And that's the significance of this P.
What happened to the princess?
And the prince.
They lived happily ever after since everyone learned to look beyond their clothes, seeing beauty in everything that grows. And while you may think this story sounds odd, our heroes were like two peas in a pod.
Do you really think this story is true?
I should leave that decision up to you.
already, so I'm glad we cut that.
Let's see what they want to see.
You know, I maybe would have chosen that.
This P might be give significance to someone.
Hello, I'm actually the artist.
Oh!
Here at this museum, you have a wonderful opportunity to meet
No.
to chat.
Sir, I heard, sir.
Code red.
Sir.
You say you need some help with
Wait,
that?